If you're Jewish and single, you may be familiar with J-Date. I'm sure if you're driving in and around Manhattan, you've seen the billboards. Well, I want to introduce you to the face of this ad campaign, encouraging people to get together through J-Date. First, I want to introduce you to Mitch Slater, who came up with this ad campaign, and his mom, B. Welcome to Chasing News, guys.
Well, it's my pleasure. My pleasure to be here. I can't take credit with coming up with the ad campaign.
What was the idea to have your mom be the face of this? I mean, and look, I'm not trying to be insensitive. Don't take it the wrong way. I would imagine that the group of people looking for dates are a little younger.
J-Date, I think their concept was that Jewish grandmothers, or Yentas as they're known,
Right.
are actually always trying to find the perfect date for their grandchildren, for their kids, and sometimes for themselves. So they get a bunch of Jewish Yentas together, and what do? They code. They're coding all night, and they're trying to find the perfect match for their Jewish grandson or their granddaughter. So the concept was to get a bunch of Jewish Yentas together and do this whole photo shoot of how hard they were working. And so, Mom won the audition for that.
B, let me ask you, do you practice what you're pitching? Have you tried to get your grandson a date?
Well, I would like to try and get him a date.
Mom, I'm married 30 years.
Yeah.
Leslie's going to be watching. You want to get me a date?
No, I thought he said grandson.
Oh, your grandson.
My grandson.
Sorry.
I still have a couple of young grandsons,
Yeah.
and then one that would be eligible.
Is this a real throwback? I mean, does it seem like there's this trend going back to a more old-fashioned, family-friendly, parents and grandparents are involved even in the dating process? What an opposite of things like Tinder and all these, swipe right, swipe left.
This is something that I'm sure it's been around, and that people are always trying to match up someone. I've never really done that on my own. And when this came up, it just sounded like a great thing.
Mitch, did you take your mom's advice on dating? Were you set up? You said you've been married 30 years?
Actually, we were set up. It was just by a freak of nature that two friends invited us to a party the same night in Philadelphia, and that's how we met.
Hey, real quick, tell me about Steven Van Zandt. I heard you were on stage. Big deal.
Oh, my goodness, that was such an experience.
But it was.
It was, and he is the nicest man you'd ever want to meet. He couldn't have been nicer. And he had me up on that stage. I couldn't believe what I was doing. And it was great. It was really terrific.
All right, B, thank you. God bless you. Keep going forward. Mitch, thank you. Appreciate the time, guys.
Our pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Enjoy your
very much.
weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.